What's going on, everybody? Just making sure we're all sorted out here. We should be about ready to go. The music outside Little Vegas is kind of funny to have in the background of checking this out. But, with that out of the way, we are going to pick up right where we left off, which was about to head into the Little Vegas nightclub in downtown Colorado Springs, which is what we're doing for Sheriff Daisy, which is honestly one of the more fun quests of this game, in terms of comedy, if nothing else. It's run by Farron Brago, which is of course a bit of a play on Brian Fargo, the head of In Exile Studios.
Rangers, this is Daisy. Sounds like you're at the Little Vegas, judging by all that noise in the background. Remember, your first order of business is to find Delgado. Maybe somebody in there has seen him. While you're at it, if you can prove that Brago made a deal with the Dorseys, feel free to take that bastard down. Best of luck, Rangers. Daisy out.
Please, enjoy your time in our elegant establishment.
Alright, so we're here looking for Delgado, which is Sheriff Daisy's, well, one of our marshals, one of the people that works for. So, we also know that Farron Brago let the Dorseys into Colorado Springs, which is part of this as well. Hold on just a second. There we go. Just having a problem with my chat there for a second. Okay, so
no more gambling for me. I learned my lesson.
you can kind of find out a few things just by walking around. The most direct thing to do is, of course, go talk to Farron.
He said I should let you guys through.
Kins Kindle says, what's going on? Just watched your part 1 VOD earlier, so happy you're playing the game on stream. Yeah, it's a fantastic game. It's a lot of fun to run through, that's for sure.
But don't even think about messing with that computer behind me. I got one job, and that's guarding that computer. And if you was to mess with it, well, that would be a very bad day for you, my friend. A very bad day. That is the computer that controls the ventilation system. And I have to guard it because it's broken, and there could be real trouble if anybody said it wrong. Big trouble. If you set the fan to off and the heat to max, which isn't supposed to be possible, but right now it is, the furnace could catch fire and burn the whole place down. So I'm not leaving my post for anything.
It's a terrible thing to, just tell us, by the way, as the guy guarding the computer.
Maybe if a fight broke out, I would. But nobody would be stupid enough to start a fight in Mr. Brago's place, would they? You're not gonna say I said any of this, are you?
Terrible. Alright, so that's part 1 there, so to speak, and then we can come up here and talk to Farron.
So gaudy. So...
Welcome to my... Rangers, what a pleasure. I heard you were in town. It must be, 20 years since we crossed paths. Not that any of you would remember that, of course. You were probably just kids when Vargas and Angela Death and the rest helped me save Vegas. And I hear we have you to thank for Cassidy's fine Clothiers being back in business. My capos and I thank you. If not for Cassidy's, we'd have to settle for second-rate suits from the bazaar. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm Farron Brago. Welcome to Little Vegas. My recreation of the glories of the town we lost. Perfect, isn't it?
Red Friend says he just finished up a big part of Steel Town. Yeah, it's a fun DLC.
You haven't heard the story? Hey, I'll never forget it. 20 years ago, Vegas was being overrun by robots. A nightmare. Then Angie and Snake and their squad showed up, guns a-blazing, and saved the day. Heroes, every one of them. Helped me consolidate control of the city, too. Of course, 15 years later, the robots came back and destroyed everything. But You know all about that. They attacked you too. Anyway, that shared history makes me happy you're here. I hope you'll enjoy your stay. I'm glad you think so. You should have seen it 5 years ago. Nothing here but the walls, and half of them were falling down. We really worked hard to get where it is today. But enough about me. How are things with the Rangers? Is General Vargas still in charge? I'd love to give him my regards. We owe him and his team a lot.
Alright, so we can of course just say whatever here. It's not too big of a deal.
Damn. I'd heard rumors, but... well, I'm not surprised that's the way he went out. A hero to the end. Thank you for telling me. I'll raise a glass in his honor tonight. Now, what can I do for you?
Alright, and then we're of course looking into wherever Delgado happens to be, so we can just ask about it.
Certainly. Ask away.
Can also use Persuasion 3, or Kiss Ass 3 as they like to call it. What's going on, MW? Red Friend says that shirt and the lighting looks great, by the way. Yeah, this is actually one of the jackets I sell on Teespring. Okay, so we're going to use Persuasion.
What? I don't want those kind of connections. Murder in the streets is bad for business. If I were you, I'd be looking for someone with a grudge against a patriarch. Not exactly a short list, I know, but... I know Delgado, but I haven't seen him. If he came here, he didn't come to see me. What a shame. Nothing I like more than a good grilling. What else can I do?
Alright, there's really not much more you can learn from him. And then once you head back down this way, we get stopped by Charlie Nose.
Ah, it's you, Red Hats. I was wondering when you'd come to see Charlie Nose. Farron Brago's capo, leader of men, hero of the Battle of Two Buttes, savior of St. Elmo, and friend to everyone worth knowing. Welcome to Little Vegas. Sure thing, Red Hats. What can Charlie do for you?
And then we, of course, ask about Delgado.
Delgado? What?
Come on, Charlie. You remember Delgado. Nice guy, family man, way too good for the trash in this place. No way you could miss him.
Oh, not like you, Marshal. You blend right in with the rest of us. Sorry, haven't seen him. Old Charlie would tell you if he had.
Alright, that's pretty much what we can get out of him
Till
in
next
regards
time,
to that.
Red Hats.
And then when you go to leave, I believe he gets a hold of you as well. There we go. There's a few other quests we can do in here. For starters, this guy.
Fuck! Fuck! I'm so screwed! Like, totally.
You shouldn't do drugs. Nah.
Fuck! Like, I went upstairs to get my shit out of the safe, but Boulder and his mercs took my pants and kicked me out before I could get it. No fucking way I'm dealing with that asshole again. But I need that stash or I'm dead. Can you help me? I owe a lot of money. I don't sell this shit and they'll kill me. Not my drugs. Other people's. Well, mostly. I got deliveries to make. Rhino and Focus. 5 each. In a safe? Upstairs. Just watch out for Boulder.
So that's a little quest we can do. And then we can go up here and talk to like the brothel part of it and get some more information from them as well. Do I know what Red Hats is supposed to be referring to? I know you can ask him, but offhand I don't remember. Alright, you walk in here, you get stopped by this mercenary dude.
This is a private party. Yeah? Well, you picked the wrong room. Ain't no Delgado. Ha! You mean shakes? You runts are running errands for a junkie? Ho! So you've got some cojones. Well, if it's a fight you want, the local 168 are happy to oblige.
So you can either actually fight them or pass one of these checks to avoid the fight, which makes it a little easier.
Hey, now, hold on. We was looking for a throwdown, not a gun down. We don't get in killing fights. Unless somebody... what was it you wanted again? Yeah, we saw him. That Charlie Nose fella? Dragged him into the back rooms behind the bar. Used to be a union. Not so much. Decided we could use our muscles for fighting just as well. Good. We got
Alright, so he tells us that they've definitely seen Delgado here and that Charlie Nose we were just talking about should know exactly where the dude is at. Tslm says we're back. Yes, we are. We can get all this stuff. Take that back to Shakes, and there's a little quest done. Or you could, not do it because you're giving him drugs, but whatever floats your boat.
Any luck? Do you have my 5 rhino and 5 focus today? It's just a little to even me out.
Alright, then you can come up here and talk to the people in the brothel as well. There's a funny achievement that involves getting like every disease it's possible to get in the game on one character. And what you have to do is come in here and sleep with every one of the prostitutes in the brothel. And then actually also go use a dirty snowball outside to give you the last one. That was a fun achievement to figure out.
Oh, hey, Quan. Looking for a good time, I assume?
Sorry, Ken. Me and my friends are here on business today. Rangers, meet Kendall, Colorado Springs' finest purveyor of sins of the flesh.
Alright, so you can of course sleep with the prostitutes, because what would the game be without that?
That's my name, yeah.
You really shouldn't ask him about that.
Yeah, okay, bye.
But you can also loot a bunch of stuff by coming in here and of course just barging in.
All I want to do is look at you.
That's right. Feast your eyes.
When I'm finished with you, you'll be bound to peace.
Of course, you got a very not safe for work set of armor there as well.
Oh, sweetie, everyone has...
I know how to do it. I just don't feel like it right now. Yeah, well, I was just leaving. Thanks, Ace.
You can give this guy some advice.
Does that work? I have been...
Thanks! Look at you, big boy. Okay, sweetie.
Some of the stuff around here is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I can go all night, baby, all night!
Scuba Steve says time to restart and get the Mega STDs one. Yeah, that's
so
fine.
Much better than a warm apple pie. You guys are all right in my book.
So if we help this guy, he can give us the code to the computer, which means we don't have to hack it when we come back.
System, but here is...
As long as you...
Thanks again.
Come back anytime, Benji. I know. School's always in session.
So that's a way to get the code to the computer if you haven't actually got the skills to get it otherwise. And then loot some more stuff.
200, 201. Hail to the king, baby. Time to get sweaty. You ready? Let's do this.
And then the single most disturbing of all the prostitutes, this random goat.
5, come on, get it. 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel the burn.
And then one of the most disturbing video cassettes you'll ever hear in this game.
Oh, hi. Aren't you a sexy little thing? This is my first time. So, how do we do this? Do I just... Oh! Whoa, okay. Take it off? On my knees? Okay.
truly disturbing. Alright, then we can confront Charlie Nose with what we know now, that he definitely has Delgado in the back rooms over here.
Well, ain't you a clever seed of red hats? But let's not be rash here, yeah? The only way you're getting past that door is through a hail of bullets. And no one... Look, it wasn't Mr. Brygo who conspired with the Dorseys. He's not that stupid. But a little bird told me it was someone in our organization. I can give you a name. All you gotta do is prove this guy was acting on his own.
Now then we can ask where we can find this dude.
Look for our man McTavish at the machine shop near Pillory Square. I don't care what you do to him, but if you can come back and prove the rest of us weren't involved, I'm sure we can make a deal, yeah? Also, I didn't tell you this, Red Hats.
Alright, so we can go, of course, hunt down McTavish. We can ask, somebody asked what the red hat things mean, so we'll go ahead and ask, because honestly I don't remember.
Why wouldn't I? Isn't that who you are, with your hat so red? Oh well, can't help you if you're confused.
So the answer is just because he feels like it.
Till next time.
Give me just a second, guys. Okay, so
You stowed away on an Arapaho
from
convoy?
here
Oh my god.
we can leave and then go talk to McTavish across town, which is in a different part. Which is actually pretty great, because you can get a lot of really good gear from where we're about to go, especially for our shotgun person.
Hello, Rangers. This is Gideon Reyes. I'm addressing you from Broadmoor Heights. The Patriarch has made it known that you are in need of logistical support. I can happily make a few calls, speak to a few people. In exchange, I'd like to ask that you hear me out on a proposition. It's not a thing I really do, this ransoming of aid, but these are unusual circumstances, and Colorado Springs' future hangs in the metaphorical balance. I wouldn't be asking for such an exchange if I wasn't desperate. I'll be at the church in Broadmoor Heights, and I'll tell the marshals to let you through. Come find me here.
Okay, and then we were waiting on that actually, because that gives you access to the quests that kind of take you outside of Colorado Springs here, which is part of the main quest as well.
All I did was ask a few questions.
Because that'll help you fill out your base, which gives you access to some of the other stuff that you need to traverse the actual Wasteland a bit more. But we'll get to that in a minute. Now the machine shop is over here. Yeah, the cassette you can find in McTavish's place is hilarious. But this is the machine shop right here. Alright, this should be pretty easy, but we'll drop a save just in case. Okay.
Oh, look! This time the marshal sent substitutes to shake us down. Well, you stand-ins get one warning. Fuck off, or get fucked up. Yeah? Well, McTavish doesn't want to talk to you. And you just used up your one warning. Fuck 'em up, boys.
And here we go. Now this is where it usually actually pays to be a little aggressive, because if you choose to attack, you'll actually get the first round yourself instead of them getting the first round. Alright, so... one of the easiest things to do is actually to turn off the turret is to just find the generator, and you can just use your mechanics person to go do that. And that'll just destroy the turret without you actually having to spend anything on it. And then she'll move here. And we'll grab Marshal Quan. He's got the best chance to hit literally the guy right next to us, which is really who we need to kill first anyway. Ah, so close. That's annoying. Move you there. Lucia, we'll have her take the last shot. Then move up. Alright, and then our main guy. Ah, I missed that by one. That sucks. Alright, then we'll move him over to cover. And our sniper. Not a great chance to hit anything, honestly. So for the sake of trying to protect Axel a little bit, because she'll probably die if we don't do something, we'll take a shot at that guy, which we got lucky and actually hit him. And that gives me the AP to get to cover. Alright, next up we got this dumb dog. We can use our precise shot to pretty much destroy one of these guys, which we'll probably go for the shop foreman first. Lucky crit on that one. And our sniper. Melee person will just try to melee the dog. Missed both on like an 80% chance to hit, but alright, that's the way it goes. Alright, and then should be oh, that was not what I meant to do, but alright. Lucia. Alright, now we just got this one guy over here left. There we go. Alright, we get that shotgun. Bunch of junk and scrap. And then in one of these, you get like a full set. Yeah, here we go. So this right here, not so much the machine shop chest or the pants, but the helmet gives us a +1 to mechanics, which we'll give to our shotgun person who's going to be using mechanics a lot. So that's a great helmet for her, though truth be told, I'm pretty sure she can make use of the whole outfit right now. And because we've got those 2 items, she's almost got maxed out mechanics, and we've like barely started the game. It's a fun, easy way to get somebody up to max mechanics really quickly, which is cool because it lets you use all the deployables and stuff. Alright, and then... Alright, nobody else needs armor, I don't think.
Too wounded to fight.
We will put the first aid thing on you, though, and then we'll give the crit chance utility to you. Throw that helmet on you. Cool. He almost died to poison, but he's fine. Then we can loot the room, and then we just gotta use that back room whenever we're ready.
Let me guess. Assholes are shot, my boys. Well, I'm not looking for a bullet in the face, so you can fuck right the hell off. Oh wait, don't. Goons are cheap, but good doors are replaceable. Alright, come in. But I'm no helpless in here, I'm warning you.
Wait, I can you. You're them wee numpty Sunlanders what came all the way from Arizona to suck the Patriarch's cock. But what happened to the rest of yous? Couldn't you tack the cold? Couldn't you drive on ice? Couldn't you swim?
So he's a bit of a character. One second. Okay, so we can ask about, you know, if he helped set us up, or kind of what's the deal going on with the Dorseys.
What? No, I didn't hee-haw. They were, I just heard about it. Oh, okay.
Which was not very convincing.
Oh, information is it, laddie? Or maybe it's just some shit you heard, like my babag, you flatland hicks. I'm under Farm Brago's protection, so you can't touch me, pal.
Okay, so we can pick, well, basically we can kill you anyway, because what's he going to do, like, right now?
Huh? No, I mean, if you shoot me, then he's going to... what a load of shite. This ain't fair. Everybody shuts on me, everybody. Okay. Looks like you got me at a disadvantage, so let's make a deal, eh? You push flaps drop me enough to skip toon, and I'll tell you what I can.
Now, obviously we're not going to pay the guy, so we can be like, just tell us or we'll kill you.
God damn it to hell! I got too many holes in me already. Fine, I'll spill monkey desert trash. Okay, yeah, I let the Dorseys in the city, and I'm glad I did. Least I could do after the Patriarch put me in the pillories. Asshole froze my bloody face off. I got a career worm and no should be. Of course I wanted some revenge. Wouldn't you?
So he just told us that they, as we saw in the first part, they actually tend to stick criminals and stuff just out in the cold without any of their clothes or anything on. So that happened to this guy, and he got frostbite, and it just like destroyed his face.
All the time? How'd you know that? Bloody hell, that's another thing the Patriarch owes me for my health.
But we can point out that in order to get revenge on these people, he let the Dorseys pillage the town and murder a bunch of people, which isn't cool. What's going on, Olitho Lair? I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that right. I'm always terrible with people's usernames.
I didn't know that's what they were going to do. I just thought they were going to kill Buchanan. What? No way. Why would they think that? Mr. Bragg would not to do with nothing.
We can ask him about his ridiculous accent.
That's Scottish. I'm Scottish. See, Scottish plate, Scottish logo, everything Scottish. The McTavishes were the kings of Scotland once you came.
Seems like a rude thing to say to somebody who's already given up and also doesn't have a nose.
What are you going to do with me?
So you can just kill him, of course. You can also set him free. However, the best thing, in my opinion, to do is arrest the guy and then send him to Sheriff Daisy.
Custody, you whores! Didn't I tell you why you want to know? You fucking lawmen are all the same.
Copy, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. Go ahead.
Alright, so we'll send him to the marshals, so Sheriff Daisy.
Copy that, Team November. I'll let the sheriff know she needs to make an arrest.
We can loot the rest of it. One of these will have his video cassette where you can hear him like practicing his accent. This one right here. It's really funny. Also, we can find another mechanics skill book, which we're about to give our mechanics person, which will give her her final point in combination with her armor, and then she'll have maxed out mechanics, and we haven't even left the first area of the game yet.
The name's McTavish, and I'm from Glasgow. Shit, that's not it. Lick me, ballbag, sod af, you wee. Couples, come on, boil your head, you jammy git. And you've a face like a scalp there, you know, bar. Aye, that'll do.
Alright, and then that gives us the last part of that, where we can go negotiate with Braigo. And because we have the code to the computer, we can do that non-violently.
Team November, come in. Yeah, I got Ms. Wong, the manager at the Sands Lux Apartments, on the line. And this one might actually be something. Says she's got a tenant who might be making bombs in...
Shush, shush, shush. Let me talk to them. You're leaving out important details. It's the weirdo in apartment 3. He's gonna kill us all. There's all kinds of loud banging coming from his room. And he's not alone. He's got friends in there. They're planning something. I know it.
Alright, and then we can agree to that, which is a little side quest.
I knew you guys were better than the marshals. Come to the Sands Lux Apartments now. That loony's liable to blow the whole place sky high.
Sorry, November. Over and out.
Huh? What do you mean by sorry?
So that's actually a really fun side quest. We'll be getting to that. But we're going to go deal with Braigo first. Will I be uploading my playthrough to YouTube? Yeah, it'll all be on VODs and stuff. I usually... YouTube makes that super easy to do. So the nice thing about YouTube is if you want to like upload your streams afterwards, it's like literally just one button. So it's not very difficult at all. But we'll resolve the things at the club, and then we'll probably do the thing in the apartment complex afterwards, because that's a pretty funny one. I'd like to think we're winning stocks.
Oh there, red hats. What's the rush, huh? Why don't you tell your old pal Charlie what you found out from McTavish?
So, this is where we can find out that Charlie Knows was more involved about it than Brygo was, per se.
Oh, right, yeah. Fair enough. He should be the guy. So, what'd you do to that poor bastard McTavish? Ooh, that's a fate worse than death for McTavish. You should go on upstairs and talk to Mr. Brygo. See you later, Red Hats.
Caden says he'd like to watch more but got work in the morning. Yeah, I totally understand that. That's a big part of why I upload the VODs. They do pretty well afterwards, too. Okay, so, as we step in, this fight will break out. And as we remember, this guy said he could only move, really, if a fight started. So if you wait a second, or no, I think you have to instigate the fight, actually. Or do you have to just wait? I don't remember exactly. I know there's a fight and that guy will move.
Oh my god. What do you want? Can't you? You're the one yelling, and if you don't stop, they're going to kick us out.
Yeah, here we go. So you just, you can make them fight and then that dude will move. Then we can go use the computer, which you can either hack or you can use the code we found earlier. Alright, so if you do that before you confront Brygo, you can avoid a fight.
Oh my god. Tell me everything.
Rangers. I get the feeling this isn't a social call. I understand you had a little talk with McTavish, and I want you to know I'm as appalled as you are that he let the Dorseys into the city. He served me well, but, well, he's always been an idiot. Now, what do you want to talk to me about?
Now, we can ask him a bunch of stuff, but you can skip to the arrest part. So, if you don't do this, there is no way to arrest him without a fight. He'll just attack you. But if you do this, you can just arrest him.
Aren't you clever? Realizing I don't mind dying so much, but I'd hate to see this place burn. Right, I'm ready. Give me the bracelets.
Copy, Team November. This is Ranger HQ. What's new? Over.
Okay, and then again, we'll send him to the marshals.
They've been waiting to bring him in for a long, long time now. We'll deliver the good news. Over and out.
Alright, and that also effectively shuts down the club. So once you leave and come back, this place kind of clears out. And with him gone, we can get back here without it turning into a firefight. Because otherwise, this is like, yeah, getting attacked right here. We can also loot the place while we're at it. I killed him and took his guns. Can you get them without killing? I don't think so. Because, like, if you arrest him, you can still kill him while he's in lockup. Like, that's an option.
Hey, what's the matter? You want to join the outfit, but you ain't got no lingo? Well, congrats, jabroni, because you come to the right tape. The Gangster's Guide to Diction got everything you need to know. It don't matter if you're a bagman or a button man. We'll have you talking like a made man in no time. So grab a canoe and pull up a chair. And let's get you mobbed up.
Smell that? With you? They've been making. That's it. You're dead.
Oh, nice. We triggered the fight with them anyway. That's actually going to be good for us. Yeah, he does have some cool Tommy guns if you decide to kill him. But it's,
This might sting a bit. Engine 6-9.
better for your reputation with the marshals if you arrest him. They're gonna set us all on fire. I didn't mean to start this fight, so we started in an absolutely terrible position. fact, we might have to reload, because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to recover from that. Because Lucy is probably going to go down as soon as there's turn. Oh, okay, she's still up, but she is still on fire. So... Of course she missed, why wouldn't she? Forget how big the range is. The melee precise strike will stun everybody around, but I don't... It's only like a couple, like the immediate vicinity, if I remember correctly. Which I wouldn't be able to move and then do. Maybe you're here. Go ahead and have her just use a med pack, and then she's got a really good chance to hit on you, actually. So, oh, can I not? Oh, she's a 3 AP. I thought she was 2 for some reason. That we'll have you. I can't. Like, no, I can. She's right there, right? Yeah. We can have her get Marshal Quan up. We'll have him use a med thing. And, okay. And our main character's turn, or one of our main characters, I should say. We'll move him here to get cover. Then we'll have him throw a grenade over here. Well, the nice thing is, that guy with the flamethrower is being so indiscriminate, he's actually killing a bunch of them as well. Okay, so... heal up. If I aim that just right, I won't hit any of my guys. I'll just hit those two. Oh, well, besides that one, I thought they were the other way around. But I can just res her back up, so. Surprised I didn't kill that dude. That's pretty annoying. Alright, and then... let's have Lucia just heal again. I might be able to win this, but it's going to be way more difficult than it should have been. Let's have her walk over here. Stun that guy so he doesn't burn everybody again. Up there. And I'm thinking probably better off just healing, to be honest. You not any great places to go, to be honest. Not technically cover, but we'll move her over here just to get her out of the way. Adjar says that part reminded him of Fallout 1 and 2, The Arrest, and then Bobby B says making him want to replay Wasteland 3. Yeah, man, it's such a great game, honestly. Okay. Okay, so Res Lucia. Go ahead and throw out the other turret that we've got. Have Lucia heal up. Commercial Quan. Pretty terrible chance to hit everybody, to be honest. Don't have enough AP to go over there and res. For some reason, apparently it's out of range to res her, because apparently it's going to take me 9 AP to walk around the corner for some reason. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm probably best off just taking pot shots at this dude, even though it's probably not going to kill him. There's a lucky crit at least. The burn should kill him on the next turn then. Alright. At least our machine guns were doing some work. About to lose our cyborg chicken though, that sucks. Did they revamp the stat system, or is it combat initiatives? Honestly, I don't know what all changes they've made to it. It's been a little while. I don't have like a comprehensive list of everything that's changed. Okay, so well, everybody's already down. Go ahead and shoot that guy. That way I'm not friendly firing them anyway. And then Lucia. Alright, so that dude's for sure gonna die to turret fire. And then hopefully that guy will die as well, but that's probably about all we can do. Unfortunately, we're actually losing some of our guys to proper death here. Oh, wait, hold on. Did it just bug out on me? That would suck after all that. I think everybody dying all of a sudden kind of... Okay, well I guess we're going to be forced to reload that one because it looks like it kind of bugged out. But what are you going to do? Ah well, obviously that didn't go well for us. Definitely won't loot the ammo box there that time, huh? But realistically, that was my own fault for starting that.
Oh my god, tell me everything.
Now, what do you want? Right, I'm ready. Give me the bracelets.
Copy, Team November. This is Ranger HQ. They've been waiting to bring him in for a long, long time now. We'll deliver the good news. Over and out.
Okay, we'll try that again. But, I mean, not the fight, but we'll leave the ammo box alone.
I know some marshals who could benefit from these.
Clearly, that didn't go our way. Okay, so...
What's the matter? You want to join the outfit, but you ain't got the lingo? Well, congrats, jabroni, because you come to the right date. The Gangster's Guide to Diction got everything you need to know. It don't matter if you're a Batman or a button man. We'll have you talking like a made man in no time. So grab a cannoli and pull up a chair. And let's get you mobbed up.
Okay, and grab some extra turrets, some mods, rocket launcher, as well as a sneaky shit skill book, which is nice. Typically you want to save the skill books until your last skill point though, of course. But then we can lockpick a couple of these doors for XP. Then we'll hack the computer. Then we can officially save Delgado.
Hey, Delgado. Bet you thought Daisy forgot all about you.
Quan, how'd you get past the guards? Are these the Rangers? Good old Daisy. Always takes care of her people. I appreciate you coming in here to bust me out. Didn't think anybody could take down Farron Brygo. I bet you could teach the marshals a thing or two. I've been keeping an eye on Brygo for a while. He's a survivor. Likes to play both sides to make sure he always wins. After the Dorsey raid, I started asking questions about the club. Well, I guess I got too close to the truth. They grabbed me, dragged me in here and locked the door. No, they know better than to hurt a marshal. Though, after all this, I'm starting to think maybe I should have known.
Well, what are you going to pay me to keep...
Quan.
Don't worry, Delgado. Your secrets are safe with me.
Will do. Hope I see you again, Rangers.
Alright, and then we can come in here, loot the safe. We're actually one shy of having enough pick lock, I think, but we can actually change that right now, I believe. Which will take most of our skill points for this level, but we can get into that safe. And then for perks, let's grab just extra life. And then attribute-wise, more awareness. Anybody else level up or just him? He's got like all of our mega experience. So. Okay, so a little bit of armor, lockpick this. I don't remember what's in here to be honest. Confetti grenades, that's funny. Not much. Alright, and then now we can return to Sheriff Daisy. Which kind of finishes that part of the game up a bit. What difficulty are we playing on? This is just Ranger.
Eat my shorts, Rangers. Thanks. Now I've got to find another job.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, having him arrested and everything kind of shuts down the club, actually. Okay, so... Didn't I find... Yeah, the shotgun. Is that better than the one Axel has? No, it is not. Good or evil? I would say pragmatist rather than good or evil.
Hey, did you ask your wife about your concerns?
Let's try to sell all our junk real quick.
That's one heck of a sardine lead.
Sell some of these guns. One of our...
Old security drone. Its timing belt broke, so it vibrates real fast.
Can sell the confetti grenades because they are literally useless. Alright, that'll do us for now, I believe. And then she's just got basic stuff, though there are some vendors later on that have some good stuff. Okay, so go talk to Sheriff Daisy, right? And then we're gonna do the stuff in the apartment complex after that, because that stuff's really funny too.
Hostages murdered by Dorsey thugs. Weston family confirmed dead. Would you rather freeze to death or burn? You're a
Alright, and this gives us our armory person back at our HQ, I believe.
Yeah, people were shocked.
Here they are. That was one hell of a sneaky way to get Brygo to surrender. Round of applause for the Rangers, Marshals. Mighty kind of you to hand Brygo over. Can't tell you how long I've been waiting for this day. You're law keepers after my own heart. Around here, we always remember who our friends are. Now, I said I'd owe you a favor if you took care of this for me, and I meant it. Thing is, Delgado owes you too, big time. So I'm sending him over to your base to manage your armory. He'll take good care of you. Thanks again, Rangers.
Alright, so that gives us our armory person, and...
What do you need, Rangers?
This is an important conversation to have if you're after a best ending, so to speak, which is why you want to be on the side of the Marshals and the 100 Families.
Why? Want me to say it should be you? Good answer. You Rangers are my kind of folks. You've done right by the Marshals so far, Rangers. If somebody new has to take charge, we'll back your play. As long as you don't do something stupid in the meantime. You lose our trust once, you don't get a second chance.
Yeah, so if you can make the...
deal with Saul's kids for... I don't like messy. Make it clean, and I'm on your side. Roger that.
If you can make the Marshals on your side as well as the 100 Families, you can potentially just take over. Or, you know, see what happens if the Patriarch dies, for instance. But you can get these factions to side with you over him, is really what's important. What happens if you kill Sheriff Daisy? Does a new sheriff take over? If you kill important characters in Colorado Springs, the Patriarch declares you enemies, and everybody's hostile after that, is really what happens. So you can do it, but it makes completing the game a bit difficult. Alright, mechanics is maxed out. We actually need to pick up explosives with her, because we need somebody who has explosives. And then for her perk, thinking we'll grab structural weakness, because that'll give a damage bonus to robots and vehicles, which comes up more later. And then for you, we'll grab the increased brawling combo. And then that's really the one you want as a melee character, especially with fist weapons, because then you can basically attack for 1 AP. Alright, so level the rest of these guys up real quick. That's max strength for you, nice. Isn't there an achievement for killing everyone in Colorado Springs? I've never done it because I don't have the heart to do that. But yeah, there is actually. Everyone in downtown, not everyone in the town entirely, but everyone on this map. If you kill everyone on this map, yes, there is an achievement for that. It's called something Reaper. And then for his perk, I think we'll grab Gopher Hunter. That makes it easier to hit things that are in cover. Alright, there's that. Quest-wise, yes, that leaves us with going to see Gideon Reyes, as well as the thing in the apartments. So we're going to go do the apartment quest one, because that one's really fun. Which is over here. I'm guessing that's something one might do if they side with Liberty. You can't really side with Liberty per se. You can kind of join her at the very end, which immediately ends the game. But there's no way to like play through the game on their side. Slice99 joined as a member. Thank you so much. That's awesome. All right, and then.
Yeah, this is the Sanslux apartments. Who's there? What? You're here? Come in. Come in.
I can't believe you came. Those goddamn marshals never come. They think I'm a pest. I'm vigilant, is what I am. V-I-G-I-L-A-N-T.
Oh, come on, Rosie.
You're with the Rangers now, Quan? Well, you were one of the better ones. I'm glad you're out of that marshal racket.
Justin Sivret also joined as a member. Thank you so much. Slice said, love your Pathfinder videos. Thank you. I'm really proud of those ones. There's no battle at Colorado Springs if you side with Liberty. Yeah. So you can side with Liberty at the very, very end, which I don't want to spoil too much, but it immediately ends the game. The clones are super helpful. Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do here.
The guy in room 3, Irv. He's not supposed to have anybody. I can't. Apartment room. I know he's up to something.
Okay.
I just know it.
There's actually a lot of stuff going on in the apartments here. For starters, you got all these cats everywhere.
All right, marshals, listen up. If you won't take my noise complaint seriously and do your damn job, then I guess I'll just have to do it for you. There's been strange noises coming out of apartment 3 all week. People yelling and stomping around at all hours, and strange mechanical sounds. He could be making bombs for all I know. Say you need evidence? Well, Irv just left, so I'm going inside and document everything I find.
This is where you can find another one of the cyborg chickens. There's 4 in total that you can find. One of them's already at the kennel back at Ranger HQ, but there's 4 in Colorado Springs you can find. That's where another one is. Now we have 2. We really need to take those guys back to the kennel at some point so they stop following us around. Now this guy is part of another quest later. Now this dude is super weird.
Need space demons intercepted. Display rendered object and assigned to translation vectors. Alert. Do not delete local references to object. If memory allocation is null, then support disabling implicit wig set operation.
So he gives you a weird case, and if you open it, there's just junk inside. Now, the best thing to do is not open it and wait until much later in the game when he finds you. Which I don't want to spoil, but basically don't open the case. We got another level, because our main character level's hilariously fast, because of all the XP bonuses we gave him. He's already at 2 maxed out skills. We'll probably start throwing into coordination next, which will give us extra action points. And for skills, let's go toaster repair and nerd stuff. Bobby says I always get all of the cyber chickens killed. Yeah, if you can get all... There's an achievement for saving all of them, and then later in the game they do a thing that pops the achievement. I don't want to spoil it, potentially, but it's worth saving them, if nothing else, for a laugh. Ton of mystery item. I haven't actually looked at those in a while. So they added all these mystery things with the crafting system that they added, and I'm not familiar with much of the mystery items, so I'm kind of curious what some of that stuff turns into, so we'll have to keep an eye out for some of these crafting components.
World is ours, Josephine!
Toaster we can fix. Which for some reason had a heavy machine gun inside of it, you know, as toasters do. Alright, and then we're going to save before we do this next part, because this can go terribly wrong. Okay, so we were sent to investigate this apartment, and if you just run in, you can find that there's very aggressive Irv clones.
The square of the hippopotamus is 3 times the length of its eye.
But none of them are the smartest bunch per se.
Do you know where you are going to? Do you like the things that wife is showing you?
And I believe, I forget exactly, there's a way to do this without fighting the 3 of these guys, because they have a ridiculous amount of health. Also, one of our cyborg chickens is way in there for some reason. There's a way to kill them without fighting them, and offhand, I don't remember what it is. It's something about interacting with the research notes and the clone machine, I want to say. But their detection radius is pretty small, so you usually can get around them easy enough. Oh! I actually don't know how I triggered that guy, that was weird. Yeah, so these guys can be ridiculous, actually. This is an annoying fight. Yeah, so he basically just one-shot that dude. Alright, that said, we're gonna reload that real quick. We're probably gonna have to fight them, because honestly I don't remember how to do the non-violent thing, where you can basically just kill them without actually engaging them in combat. There's a thing you can do with the computer, I believe, that just kind of overloads them or something, and they just all die. Alright, so...
Why don't you tell me my name? 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 11, and 11.
I'm curious what I hit that actually set that one off, because I wasn't in their detection radius at all.
Again. 1, 3. Wait a
It's really odd. Wondering if there's like a bug with their detection radius or something, because I'm not in. Normally you can get that close, and then you have a little bit of leeway, but it's not wanting to work for some reason. Yeah, Wex Critty says he thinks that's a bug. They always seem to detect you right there. Yeah, I know I've ran through there before. Like, I've definitely done the non-violent option, but I'm probably just gonna resort to trying to fight them. But yeah, this fight can be a real pain in the ass at this level, just because of how much damage they can do.
Thank you so much. You have been the most gracious. Thank you so much. You have been the most gracious of hosts.
Axel. Ideally, we want to get Axel over here so she can shut off that turret. Don't know that would actually be able to get her over there easy enough, though. But what we can do, set up a bunch of our own turrets. Might be easier to just destroy that one rather than try to get Axel over there. Otherwise, she's just going to get hit a bunch. As annoying as that is. So, I'll do for the moment. Those stupid shrink grenades. They just do so much damage, it's ridiculous. Don't have sight on either of those. I hate the layout of this fight more than anything else. There's just no like good place to stand at all. Because you're always just kind of in the way of something. Probably have to gonna go over here just because I really don't have any other angle on anything. That's just gonna have to do it for right now. Of course, that one shot her, because why wouldn't it? Well, I think... This one might be a bust, to be honest. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Do I always go for the head when I do the precision strikes? Most of the time, yeah. Not necessarily always, but most of the time. I'm just not gonna be able to keep her up because like anything kills her.
Thank you so much. You have been the most gracious of hosts.
Move him over that way a bit. Can I make it all the way over there? That'd be a surprise. Oh yeah, nice. Have you shoot at you because you're white right out in the open. Yeah, so the head has a chance to do like a ton of extra bonus damage, which is usually why I shoot for that one. But the other ones aren't necessarily bad. They'll also do a bit of bonus damage potentially, and then also extra things like reduce their hit chance or their damage. But usually I just aim for the head because 9 out of 10 that gives you the most damage. But it's not necessary by any means. And to be honest with you, in this case, we might be better off shooting for the body simply to reduce the armor a bit. Or potentially even the arms, because that'll reduce their hit chance. But in general, like there's some options, but you'll get the most damage out of a headshot, which is usually why I go for that one. But honestly, trying to reduce some chance to hit on their end would not be bad for us right this second. Missed an 89. Good grief. Alright, and that'll do it for this turn. Probably going to be a bit of a bust, to be honest. Just wanting to bug out and not let me interact with the stuff in the room, which is going to prevent me from doing this non-violently. And honestly, they just have too much health and they heal to do anything otherwise, so I might just have to try to come back later. AAA said, boring, why so bad? Use your brain, easy game. Congratulations, man. Welcome to being banned. Yeah, I think we'll likely have to come back to this one, to be honest. Did kill one of them. Alright, so could potentially throw a grenade. Oh, that sucks. Of course I'm 1 AP off of that.
11.
Yeah, I think that one's just going to keep healing before I can really get enough damage in to do anything. Ah, yeah, I think we're just going to have to come back to this one, guys. I don't think it's going to happen today. Since it's, like, normally you can interact with the stuff in there and just kill them non-violently, which is usually the way to go. But because it keeps bugging out and detecting me even when I'm not there, yeah, there's just not much I can do with it bugging out like that, which is unfortunate. But it's the way it goes.
Come in, Team November, Ranger HQ here. A squad of BAMFs rolled up to Ranger HQ, rough mercenary types. Their leader goes by Gary Wolf, claims to be an ex-Ranger. Says he has news for you about your old enemy. Seems like the cutthroat take-no-prisoner type. Over. We'll be here. Over and out.
Alright, so that's another potential line of side quests you can do. And honestly, we're about to head back to our HQ real quick just to check out a few things, as well as buy some stuff potentially. And then we'll head into Broadmoor Heights, which is like the other half of Colorado Springs. Oh, hey, those wizard outfits I was thinking of last episode, actually. I guess they give it to you through a crate. So we'll walk over to the kennel, drop the cyborg chickens off while we're over here. Which will get them to stop following you and potentially dying. Gary Wolf, which we just heard about, is right here.
You're the CO around here? Huh. Quality setup this time. Better than back in AZ. Guess Daddy Buchanan's buying you all the good gear. After the Rangers nuked Cochise, and themselves, I figured somebody competent had to chase down its mechanical brood. So I recruited folks who'd lost family to synths, and I formed a posse. Decommissioned a dozen of the plastic punks in AZ. Then heard a feud headed east and followed them here. Now I'm getting flack from that tin star twat Daisy for exchanging fire with the synth we tracked to Colorado Springs. Interferent bitch told the marshals to shoot us on sight if we stepped inside the city limits again. So we can't go after this October 11 synth. Was hoping you might be interested in taking care of it for us.
Now, you can do this, but actually if you kill all these synths for this dude, because he'll kind of send you on a headhunting mission for a bunch of them, it doesn't work out for you long term, so I actually wouldn't recommend doing this.
Order taken ask. Pack up. You Rangers are a real disappointment. Just like your pals in AZ.
I'm new.
Welcome aboard.
There's the guy we saved from the pillories.
Around?
Yeah, me too.
And then Doc Parker should be set up in the lab now. You can buy med stuff from him, which is handy. Jay Krause asks, have you played XCOM 2? No, honestly, I'm not super familiar with the XCOM series. I know a lot of people really enjoy it, but I'm not super familiar with it myself.
I brought a few things over from the garage. Not much yet, but...
Alright, then we can sell some stuff, but yeah, if you want med packs or anything, this is the guy to come to after you get him recruited. And he can also heal you if you need it. But once you help out Sheriff Daisy with Baron Frigo, Delgado becomes your, like, armory merchant.
I thought I'd be in a position to thank outside. Anyway, Sheriff Daisy asked me to set up an armory. Happy to. Take a look.
And he can buy, or he can sell you some good weapons, such as this sniper rifle, for instance.
It's hard work. And do we get invited to any Broadmoor Heights parties? Do they even send a keg or two to the station when we've done?
Which right this second is about all he's got that I would really be interested in. So we'll probably go ahead and buy it for our sniper, because that should be better than what she's got. Yeah, quite a bit damage-wise. The base hit chance is a bit lower, about 3% actually, but that's from a mod, if my memory serves. I think we will actually grab that just because it does a lot more damage. Actually, can I mod that at all? Got to confirm. Oh. Sudden frame rate drop there. Like a substantial frame rate drop, good grief. Hold on, let me try saving and reload, and that might help me out there. I'm just gonna let me save it. Strategy Production says, what's going on in this room? Trying to go through this terrible FPS at the moment. Pretty cool to see Strategy here. I actually watched your Solasta review that you just put up. And your Dishonored stuff from not too long ago. Alright, well this is terrible. Yeah, I can't even get it to load. Hold on guys, I'm gonna have to quit the desktop to get this to reset. It's always annoying when that kind of thing happens. Killing all the synths can give you a bad outcome with the robot people later that show up. Not necessarily like a bad outcome for the game or a bad ending or anything. It just affects the robot like village later that you can kind of run into. Strategy says about the frame rate. Yeah. The only thing I really have ever, like, it happens occasionally. Really, I've only ever found the way to fix it is to just reload the entire thing, which will usually sort it out. Those cyborg chickens gone, and then we'll go buy our sniper rifle again and see if we can't get back to what we were doing.
I'm Austin. I'm new.
Welcome aboard. Where are you from?
Oh, around?
Fucking gibbers. How do they have our oil?
Man, I never thought I'd... Anyway, Sheriff Date, happy to. Take a look.
Okay, try that again. Buy our rifle.
Cowboys wouldn't stand a chance against the real thing.
Us marshals would squeeze the oil out of them until they hollered uncle.
There we go. Okay, now we'll head to Broadmoor Heights, talk to Gideon Reyes, who gives you your first quest to actually leave Colorado Springs. Madjar says he gets those stutter problems when something decides to auto-update. Potentially. I've noticed this game, Wrath of the Righteous, Kingmaker, like a lot of CRPG type games, once you play them for like a couple hours at a time, sometimes they just do that where the frame rate just drops drastically out of nowhere. And usually, the only way I can get it to just go away is to just completely quit the desktop and reload it. Games made with, I don't offhand think Wasteland 3 is, but I noticed games made with Unity tend to really have that problem. Like, Pillars of Eternity 2 especially.
Colorado Patriot? Oh, I was gonna ask about the article.
Little Vegas closed until further notice. City dumped totally lame.
By order of the Patriarch.
My uncle, Gideon Reyes, wants to speak to the Rangers.
Oh, of course, Miss Wesson. Open it up, fellas.
Alright, so until you get that invitation from Gideon Reyes, as you can see, you actually can't come up here. And then if you try to go in that room, they also do not appreciate that. But this takes us to Broadmoor Heights, which doesn't have too much going on, to be honest. You can go talk to the Patriarch himself, and there's like a few buildings to explore, but like quest-wise, there's substantially less. I don't know why the camera threw me all the way over there for some reason. That was weird. Alright.
Welcome to the right side of the tracks.
I don't think we've met.
So you can come to the church here, which is where Gideon Reyes is.
I wish they'd get a younger
The third of the fourth cyborg chickens is in this closet, which all you gotta do to get this one is just flip this switch. And then the last one is in a bunker under Broadmoor Heights. We also get a skill book and a few mods and stuff down here as well. I think another marksman rifle, which is what we just traded up from, actually. And then Gideon is over here. Miriam, I believe, gives us a quest.
Oh, thank God. You're my husband. My Hardy.
No need to beg, Mrs. Knox. We have business of our own with Vic Buchanan. If your husband's alive, we'll find him.
I didn't see you there, Lucia. You're a good girl. Always have been. I'm dreadful sorry for your loss. We have money, Rangers. Even though we don't live fancy like some families do, if you bring my Hardy home safe, let me. Blue is my mother. Always wanted to know what things were like when she was young.
Now, you can't actually finish her quest until pretty late game. Or, like, the person you need to find for her is on the other side of the map, and you can't even get there until much later.
Ah, you're the Rangers, yes? I'm most pleased to see you. I'm Gideon Reyes.
Uncle Gideon, you heard about my family?
I did, Sabrina, and I'm so sorry. You know you always have a place in my house, for as long as you need.
I know, and I am grateful. But I have a place with these Rangers now. We mean to see justice done for my family.
Is that so, Rangers? She was always an impressive girl. My sister would be proud of her. Now, I expect you're here about my call. There is a situation in Colorado Springs that requires a delicate touch. But first, you need to know the truth about this city. Colorado Springs isn't as prosperous as it pretends. We can barely feed our existing population, and now smugglers are bringing refugees into the city every day. I've asked the Patriarch to chase off these smugglers, but he says the crisis with the Dorseys and his children have left the marshals spread too thin. It seems he'd rather just have Sheriff Daisy keep putting refugees in the pillories, rather than stopping the tide at its source. It's infuriating. And that is why I've called you.
Alright, so it pays to help out Gideon Reyes. He can give you access to the, like, mechanic shop at your HQ, like, one way or the other, regardless of how this plays out, that happens. But in addition to that, if you help him out, he can become, like, your advisor at your Ranger HQ. And he'll give you advice that'll push you towards, like, the best ending for the game, if you want to put it that way.
The plains, mostly. After the Patriarch defeated the Eastern gangs, people started settling out there, thinking it was safe. Now the gangs have returned, and all the homesteaders are fleeing back to Colorado Springs. Not at all. You will be well rewarded, and not just in money. I do a lot of business with a local Arapaho garage, and I can get them to provide you with the mechanics to service your vehicle. They always have the best, and I'll pay for everything. Thank you. I'm told the smugglers are operating out of the Bazaar, a trader's market east of Colorado Springs. When you find them, well, do what you can. Convince them to take the refugees elsewhere. Convince them to stop entirely. Arrest them. I just want this problem to go away. Thank you for agreeing to help. Goodbye, and good luck.
Bobby says best ending. That's the one where you murder everyone and rule as a raider warlord with fish lips as your number 2. Yes, clearly that is in fact the best ending. No, I mean, like, best ending is subjective, but the one that is the good ending, I guess, if you want to put it that way, where everyone kind of wins. Gideon Reyes, as your advisor, will push you in that direction. All of his advice will kind of tell you what you need to do, basically.
So they killed the Wesleys, the Schulers, the Jacksons.
My family will be avenged.
And there's a few things we can explore in Broadmoor Heights before we move on. There's not a ton here in comparison to the downtown area, but this is Lucia's place. Madjar says, never got to do the fish lift stuff. The encounter was bugged. Yeah, I remember there was a patch that was supposed to fix that, but that encounter can mess up, and you can't recruit fish lips and stuff, so I do know what you're talking about there. I ran into that a few times myself.
Dearest Singha, I pray this message finds its way to you. This is the last I would like to give. Whatever becomes of us must...
Damn Dorseys weren't content to... Couldn't even leave my memories of this place alone. My house was the first place the Dorseys went. Probably no point looking back there. It's smashed up even worse. And the Dorseys took everything worth stealing. Mama used to love sitting in here. She'd be ashamed of the mess it's in now.
Alright, got an assault rifle, which might actually be better than the one we've got. I don't... 12 to 13... No. Close, but not quite. Actually, that might be better than Marshal Kwan's, because he is also using... pretty much the same. Alright, so... in the kitchen here, provided you don't set off all the traps and die, you can find the first of the golden toaster
Daddy
parts.
Didn't want any Dorseys to muck around with his cooking supplies.
Alright, so you gotta be real careful, because I actually don't have the skills to undo all the mines. Move everybody out of here real quick before we get everybody killed. And save just in case. But... shouldn't be too bad, because you can kind of move between those mines. But yeah, so if you find all 5 of the golden toaster parts, you get a special location that opens up on the map, which gives you a special companion and what is pure armor wise the best armor in the game. I managed to avoid the traps there. Can't open that one without disarming it though, so we'll probably just leave that alone for now.
Hey, boss.
There's a few hidden things you can find around, and then you can actually go into like the Patriarch's house up here as well, though there's truthfully a few things you can find in there that are worth finding. I find going there right away isn't that great. You usually have to go there after you find or deal with one of his kids, so I usually wait until then.
I reckon it's a good thing this proposal was never...
And then if you're paying attention around the park here, there's like some notes and stuff you can find that actually leads you to that tree, where you can find where 2 people were like trying to propose or some nonsense out here, which is kind of a funny little side story. And then I don't think, does that... yeah, the Pelt of Proposal isn't involved in any of the crafting mystery items, which is unfortunate.
Someday.
This playthrough going to include both the DLCs. It'll include Steel Town for sure. Cult of Holy Detonation is very difficult on higher difficulties. We'll probably give that one a shot. If it gets too frustrating, I might leave it out, but we'll probably do Steel Town for sure. And then this is the Patriarch's compound, if you will. There's a few other things we can check out here before we head back to Ranger HQ to get the Kodiak sorted out a little bit. And then we'll leave Colorado Springs.
Hello, and welcome to the most fabulous, home of the more fabulous. What is your business at the more estate? The master is expecting you. Please enter through the door.
Alright, and this is the home of that guy we saved in the Garden of the Gods in the previous episode, Bellamy.
Rangers, so good to see you. Thank you again.
But there's honestly not that much in this house you can grab. But if you can work your way in here by hacking the robot or being invited, you can do a couple of things that can give you some XP. For instance, you can fix these solar panels if you have, I believe it's weird science. I actually don't think I have. Okay, cool. We got mechanics, but I don't have the weird science thing. But we can upgrade them that way. And then doing that will make
I knew the security system needed more security. You are the ranger. Let me
Elijah here give you a reward.
Sweet. Wonderful news. Please accept this. Bye, Rangers.
And also he appreciates you not getting his son killed. Clockwork chicken crafting recipe. I'm new to the crafting stuff. Like, the crafting really wasn't here the last time I played, so a lot of the recipes and stuff they added are news to me. So, an explosive chicken sounds hilarious. And we can make one. So I'm going to craft one and see how that goes. I'll try to use that next time, and then we're actually going to craft a bunch of more turrets as well. Okay, so we're definitely going to try to use that clockwork chicken, because that sounds hilarious. Okay, so... And I believe out on his balcony you can find some stuff, though it's just junk as far as I remember. Alright, and then... There's like a broken robot over here that'll lead you to a stash, and that's basically everything you can do in Broadmoor Heights. And then that leaves us with the side quest that we're kind of passing on because of that bug right now. We'll do that eventually, but we'll have to double back to it. And then after that we can leave to go do Gideon Reyes' thing. Now where is the... Oh yeah, there's the robot.
Bullshit. I'd know this drone anywhere. It was my father's favorite. Must have been damaged when the Dorseys raided our house.
You're not supposed to touch that. It belonged to the Wessons. I've got orders to keep everyone away.
Alright, so we're loved with the marshals, and we have the persuasion that we can actually get access to the robot.
Well, good point. Go ahead and do whatever you need to do.
And then if you have the nerd stuff for mechanics, you can reset it.
Hey, look at him go.
Then he'll lead you over to a bit of a treasure trove over here. Though he goes incredibly slowly. It does help that I know where he's going, though. What's going on, squad car?
Objective complete. Current location. Located treasure.
Sweet. And you can get a blunt weapon, just some general loot. Not that it does you a lot of good, but something you can do, I suppose. Alright, and then that leaves us with heading out. So we're going to stop by the garage on our way out, buy a better turret for the Kodiak, and then we're going to head out onto the world map. What's going on, Joey? Max Rulo says the most fun I've had in any game is doing Murder Hobo Run in Wasteland 3 with Vic, Ironclad, and my boy Fish Lips. Yeah, that's really funny, honestly. Wasteland 3 was one of those games. Actually, I put out that video today of like games I was that I really enjoyed 100%ing, and I honestly wanted to put Wasteland 3 on that list because this game is just a ton of fun. But I was trying to go for shorter experiences with that video, so Wasteland 3 I felt was a little long for the point of what I was trying to do with it. But nonetheless, Wasteland 3 is one of those games I just really had a lot of fun actually getting all the 100% stuff on. Alright, so talk to the guy in the garage so we can buy the better turret.
What can I do for you? Anything for your vehicle. Have a look.
You can also buy the horn, but it's literally just a horn, so do you if you want, I guess. Sell these rifles.
Also to get out of the plains. We all forgot that part.
I'll do for now. Okay, and then you can actually leave Colorado Springs from right here, but we're going to double back to the Ranger HQ so we can upgrade our Kodiak, and then we'll actually head out into the Wasteland. Max Rulo says I couldn't get 100% in vanilla because of the book and cassette. Yeah, that was a bug that was going on. Those two achievements were counting books and cassettes that weren't actually in the game, that were just in the files. And they were fixed that January, I believe it was, following release, and I actually had save files ready to go. I probably still have them in the menu here. But because of those bugs, I had save files like ready to go. Yeah, so this save file right here, so I wrote down missing one book because I literally needed one book for the achievement, the one that was messed up. So I just kept a save file, and then as soon as they fixed it, I loaded it up, grabbed the book, and it was done. And I did the same thing with the, the cassettes I had to redo entirely. I had a save file ready for the cassettes, but because of the way they added it back to the game, I wound up having to run through the game again to get the cassette achievement, which was a real pain in the ass. Strategy points out that a lot of people panned it for the buggy co-op. Yes. I personally didn't play the co-op, so my experience was pretty solid. I didn't run into a lot of the bugs that people ran into, but the co-op was pretty terrible at launch. They've supposedly fixed a lot of it since then, but I honestly haven't messed with the co-op enough to really tell you anything about it, but I've heard that they've fixed a lot of the worst problems. Alright, then we can go to the garage, which regardless of the mechanics being here, we should be able to use the little workbench. To change out that to the cannon. And then you can change the appearance as well with the hood ornaments you find around. You can do the disco bot or the wolf skull at the moment. And you can change the horn to a few different things you can find as well. Alright, and then we can head out into the world. Alright, and then we're on the world map. And as soon as we get moving, we're going to hit with a side quest here in just a second. But we can't really go too far at the beginning. We can basically only go to like this immediate area, and where we're needing to go is the bazaar down here. We're gonna get hit with a side quest here in just a second.
Arrest us, Dorsey. Calling the Rangers. You killed my brother Jarrett, remember? Then y'all ran off like cowards before I could find you. Well, now you're gonna come find me. Unless you want all of Colorado to hear me kill a bunch of innocent folk, 'cause you was too chicken to save them. Got a whole family trapped in their homestead, about 3 generations worth. And if you don't want them to be the next to die in the deluge of blood, you better come up north and take their place.
Rangers, so you better hurry, 'cause I was born restless.
Alright, and then in just a second, we're gonna get another call.
Come in, November 1. Receiving an urgent distress call in your area. Patching it through.
This is Arapahoe 44. We're pinned down on 25 south of Colorado Springs. 2 escorts killed, and these motherfuckers are circling back. Oh, fuck! Here they come! Oh, fuck!
44! Are you there, 44? The Rangers will get somebody to your location right away. Copy? 44! Do you copy? Lost contact. You heard them, November. And listen, this isn't just any convoy. A44 is hauling new power armor for the Marshals. It is. The Patriarch will expect us to make recovering that power armor our highest priority. Get there fast, and you should be able to save that cargo. Over and out.
Okay, so you have to choose between saving the cargo we just heard about or that family that we got called to. So you kind of have to pick one. But to catch up on chat here, Jovi says, for Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, should I just automate the Crusade feature? Having a hard time understanding the mechanics for it. You can. I wouldn't recommend it if you're doing a mythic path that kind of requires the Crusade management stuff, like the Lich has you building buildings and stuff. So for those paths, no. But if you want to beyond that, I mean, do you? How's Wasteland 3? Wasteland 3 is an amazing game. It's a fun time, for sure. Squad Car says, gotta go, but I'll definitely be around for future streams when possible. Thank you so much. I'm glad, honestly, that people are enjoying it, really. Alright, so we have to choose between going over to the Hoon Homestead, which is over here, to save that family, or coming over here to save the caravan and the power armor. Now, it won't affect this playthrough at all, but you get locked off from some things if you don't go save the Hoon Homestead. There's like 2 or 3 achievements, I think, that you can't do if you don't save the Hoon Homestead. But there's also some stuff you can't do if you don't save the caravan, though not as tied to achievements. That said, I think for this one we're going to save the caravan. Because you only miss some books and stuff if you don't save the homestead. You can also like find these little things you can interact with on the world map, though sometimes they're easy to miss because they kind of blend in pretty well.
Who's there? I warn you, we ain't got nothing worth stealing. We're just some travelers looking for a place to settle. Colorado Springs ain't got space or supplies. Frankly, we're starving.
I love that you can just kill them as an option, or you can give them some money, but we have Survival Force, we're going to use that one.
That help, Rangers. Truly help. We were farmers until a few weeks ago. We're clever.
And then the caravan is down this way. This is like the slightest little bug I hate. Sometimes when you click on the entrance to a place, it will just drive you over it rather than bring up the enter area thing, which is hilarious. Madjar says, I don't understand why they don't just use the power armor to hold them off. A very good question. Because if they did that, the game wouldn't give you a choice to make. Roloff says, love your videos more. Thank you so much. I'm glad people find value in them, to be honest.
We're scared of a few mercs? I won't give you to Slave Master Hardchain. I'm gonna keep you for myself. You can watch me murder rangers for years. When you finally lose hope, we'll use your head as a hood ornament. Let's get started after I take your supplies.
Bobby says, am I aiding the Patriarch in this run? No, not exactly. More that we're aiding the marshals and the 100 families. Alright, so you can engage them directly. But the best thing to do, if you have the ability to do so, is come around here and try to sneak up around the side so you can shut off some of the turrets. Also, the Kodiak gets to join this fight. So we do need to heal up Lucia real quick. Yeah. Make sure everybody's got armor on. Gonna save real quick, just in case. Then we'll head in here. Rambler says, love your content. How do you find time to 100% so many games? You must get bored. Well, I do this full time, so that's where most of the time comes from. And truthfully, I try to mix up genres so I don't get bored. Like, I'll usually do like a CRPG and then a different type of game. So I usually try to mix it up that way to help. But yeah, it can be a little tiresome sometimes, to be sure. Max says, I was very disappointed when I helped Arapaho because, you know, it's an armor shipment, but you don't get any armor. That's true, but you do get to see the marshals in Colorado Springs suddenly start wearing power armor, but yeah, you yourself don't get any. Alright, and then if you can sneak around the side, you can potentially shut off the turrets. And also start the fight from a bit of a better position, provided you can discover the path over there. Alright, then we're going to take one. Okay, cool. So there's nothing that's going to spot us. So we'll take Axel, who has our mechanics. Wait for that person to walk past the door there, just in case. Alright, so that kills the turrets. Then we can start the fight from over here. Provided you want to do that. I mean, honestly, it's arguably better to do it over there, but not wholly necessary. Now you want to try to get the bomb thralls pretty quick because they just blow up, as you might imagine. First, Kodiak. Now you can run over stuff, but it will damage your vehicle. So actually, we're just going to run all the way up here. Run that dude over to kill him. Move Axel over here. We supposedly... Okay, there it is. It wasn't letting me click on the chicken. I want to see what this clockwork explosive chicken does. Because that's new. That wasn't here the last time I played. I'm assuming it just charges something and then blows up. That's kind of hilarious if it is. Okay, so... we will move our melee person all the way over here. Quan. Lucia, we'll put her right there. Not that that's a great place for her, but about as best we can do. And then our main guy will drop right here, which you won't be able to do anything this turn, but it's a good position to throw grenades from. Have I ever played Dark Souls? You give great lore explanation for VG 1 and 2, so wondering if you ever tried those games. I've played Dark Souls a little bit. Truth be told, that genre doesn't really speak to me as much. Like, they're great games. I just, like, it's personally not really up my alley as much. So I don't know that I would ever bother with content much, but I have played them, yes. Pretty sure I have one of them in my Steam library, actually. Oh, that's so funny. So the chicken, like, it just does in fact charge and then blows up in a big area. That's hilarious. Good to know. That's a new item. That wasn't here last time I played. Or, new item to me, I should say. Alright, so... the Kodiak is a monster in terms of combat, by the way, because we kill those two. Then we still get to shoot, which we should be able to kill both of those two. Or kill one and then damage the other, and then... can't quite drive up enough to do anything else, but nonetheless, killed 3 people with just the Kodiak right there. Then... out of range. Alright, he's blocked because of where he's standing, which is annoying, but... I could potentially throw a grenade over there to hit him. I could throw... man, like our dog and our cyborg chicken just picked like the worst place to sit. But I'll run our melee guy over here. Try that. I got... well, it says I have AP, but it's not letting me use the precise strike. Even though he's right there, but for some reason it's not counting that as in range. Okay, so... I want to kill that guy, but I have no way of like getting up to him without exposing my own people, which is annoying. Move you up. You toss one of our mini turrets out. Move over here. Big pot shots at that guy. Nobody's in range for her strike, I don't think. No. Set her up for an ambush then. Same with you. And our main guy. Actually, I have an 84% chance to hit him. Jeez. It's actually pretty solid. Alright, that's where we'll leave it for this turn. Knew that was coming. Will we go to the Clown Museum this run? Probably not right this, like, today, but we will wind up doing that, yes. Alright, so... grab you. Think I could do that without hitting my own guy? Because you can't hit your own guys with your vehicle, by the way. Or would it be easier to just... probably be easier to do that. Marshal Quan. Man, that guy's just moving in like the most annoying possible places. Alright. Hoping that'd be enough to kill him, but apparently not. Alright, Lucia though should be able to precision strike him. Which should kill him. There we go. Fantastic. Alright, we're gonna level everybody up real quick, then we can talk to people here. So we got those two sorted out. Let's go coordination. That'll start giving him more action points. Grab an upgrade to automatic weapons. Perks. Let's grab Breakfast Bandit, actually. Which sounds ridiculous, but whatever. For you, I think we'll go ahead and finally pick up Mark Target. 7's good. Did I forget to level her up or something? That's weird. Alright, we're gonna go 2 into leadership, 1 into sniper rifles. Am I on East Coast time? I'm in Central time. Have a good night, Max. See you next time. No, I'm in Central time though. Like I'm right on the line for Eastern time. I literally 20-minute drive away from Eastern time, so I'm like right on the line. Alright, and then we'll do it like that, and then we'll start throwing points into other stuff. Alright, survival. Alright, so I have everything covered besides armor modding and weird science, and I don't really care about armor modding too much. On higher difficulties, like, the damage is too much to kill you. It's really more about tactics than taking hits. So we'll go survival. And have to save the other points for later. We'll go speed, because she needs to move quickly. Do we do daylight savings time? It's always unclear who does and doesn't now. Yeah, I mean, at least where I live, yeah. Alright, and then Marshal Quan, more coordination. I forgot to do his skills. He doesn't need first aid, he just starts out with that point in it, and then we'll throw a point into sneaky. Doesn't need survival, but starts out with a point in it. We'll cut that like that. We might give her weird science just because, but we'll see. Because normally you can do like 4 skills is about the limit of what you can get one character to reliably level up. That one's not bad. Wouldn't mind getting that one actually. Just finding more bonus ammo when we loot. That's a pretty handy one actually. Could also pick up Opportunist because she's the only one using handguns. But I think we'll pick up that Powder Packer perk. That's a lot to say. Yeah, everyone does daylight saving time except, I want to say Arizona. There is a state that doesn't because of some legal nonsense, but there's like one state that doesn't. I want to say it's Arizona. Which is a weird thing to know. Talk to Drivetrain.
Shit! Who the hell are you guys? Here to finish me off? Rangers are real? I'm Drivetrain. caravan leader. Find my Pete. Sirens was in my car. When those have, I just hope. There are, in fact, lead V flaming at those fuckers must have been watching our routes for a while.
I love that you can just be like, you really have nothing to spare.
More organized.
Let's do that. I want to see what we get. Bunch of repair kits.
All our traveling
Nice.
stocks. Since we're gonna need some Arapaho HQ. I don't what the highest value is.
All right, and then talk to the rest of them. And you can save some of these people, provided you have the stuff to do it with. Yamako says Indiana also does not do daylight savings time. Good to know. How's that doing? No. Hold on, let me see. Okay, that's good, right? Okay, yeah, so it counted as complete. So I don't know why she was telling me to go find everybody else. Alright, we'll go explore. Big Ego says, I've been enjoying your stream and hoping to catch you in the bazaar, though I can't be here tomorrow. The clowns there were the cause of much aggravation. I will be streaming Saturday. We're likely to do the bazaar stuff tomorrow, though, unfortunately. So you might have to catch the VOD afterwards. But I agree. The clown fight in the bottom of the bazaar is one of the more frustrating fights, for sure. That's one of a few fights in the game that I think are genuinely difficult on most difficulties. On Supreme Jerk, that was a real pain. I had to run through that one like 2 or 3 times before I actually got it. Explosive skill book.
Welcome to the Strike Back Pirate Radio. Striking back at big government with the most dangerous weapon in the arsenal of any resistance. The truth. I'm Brad Conway, and today, we're going to talk about those strange reports from the Antarctic wastes. What are the creatures that have been sighted by multiple sources off the frozen coasts of Earth's southernmost continent? Some say there are
Oh, here we go.
Help!
This is the one that's bleeding. I bet I gotta use an injury kit on that other one.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thought I was a goner.
I bet it's an injury kit. I don't know why I thought it was bleeding over there. And I think it's just those 3.
Any news, Rangers? Only 2? Sorry. 3, I suppose. We'll start patching ourselves. And the vehicles.
Sweet.
For all your help.
Alright, so that's pretty much all we can do here. And then just to show you guys what happens, because we're about to get a radio call as soon as we leave anyway. But just to show you guys, we're going to head by the Hoon Homestead and show what happened there, because we didn't help them. Yeah, have a good one, Big Ego. Yeah, there's quite a few tough fights at the bazaar.
Asking about the Arapaho caravan. Anything to report? Well done, November. Glad to hear the Scar Collector's got...
There's honestly, there's a ton of fights with the clown guys there, but the one with the dentist is probably the one I dislike the most.
This is the Patriarch. Steel Town, the factory I rely on to make the guns, armor, and vehicles needed for our war. Deliveries have slowed to all the current. Get this done, Rangers.
Alright, and then we just unlocked the Steel Town DLC because we hit the appropriate level. Or we're close to it. It's like level 11 and we're kind of like right there. Not that we'll be doing that one yet, but...
That's it, Rangers. Can't stand no more waiting. We're going in. Enjoy the show. Come on, Dorseys. The deluge of blood.
So pretty dark. But that's what happens. That green is radiation, so we can't go in there because we don't have an upgraded Kodiak yet. So that's kind of how they keep you constrained to certain parts of the world map. But once you do the stuff at the bazaar, the world map opens up some more. Also, you get to drive much faster. It's kind of slow at the moment. You can also just run over a deer, which is pretty funny to me, actually. Occasionally you'll get those Russian transmissions. Relates to a bit of an Easter egg you can find later. We can't go too far. I think the radiation starts somewhere down over here. I'm just kind of, yeah, there's the edge. They're just kind of showing you guys. You can explore like the immediate area outside of Colorado Springs and then a little bit down here, but that's about as far as you can go initially. But we're going to go to the Hoon Homestead, just because we can pick up some loot there, even though we didn't save them. My cat is meowing very loudly in the other room. I have to like kick her out of the room, otherwise she sits here and meows. But after like a couple hours, she's pretty over it.
Hey gang, time for another episode of Rocky Mountain Monsters. We're in a part of the mountains where there have been sightings of a huge, hairy giant lurking in the woods. The locals say it's a mutant cannibal hobo called Melvin. I say, it's Bigfoot. Stay tuned.
So something that's really cool that I wanted to point out is that depending on who you saved, the world map actually changes. So because we didn't save the homestead, when we show up it's all on fire and stuff, which I thought was just a cool touch. Alright, so gotta be careful. But there's gonna be a few wasteland animals if my memory serves, but already we can see the bodies. And the place is kind of just destroyed. There's the Hoon family that we could have saved. There's a skill book. That's actually pretty great for us. Though we hold on to the skill books until like the last 1 or 2 points when they cost the most. Yeah, you gotta be careful. There's a few wasteland. Oh, can we actually tame that one? Oh, nice. We'll probably tame that one. Alright, and then it's important to repair this toaster. Because what else are you doing if you don't repair toasters? And also it has one of the golden toaster parts. You get this regardless of whether or not you save them, of course. But what you don't get if you don't save them is access to this bunker, because this gets destroyed. And there's a book you need for one of the achievements in that bunker. So if you want to collect all the books achievements, you have to save the Hoons. And then there's also a special 2-headed goat animal companion that'll be back here if you save them as well. And there is a quest to bring that specific goat all the way to the end of the game, which is a little easier to do now, but at the start of the game, it was, when the game was launched, it was a real pain in the ass because they didn't have all the extra perks for animal companions that they do now. And that goat is pretty weak, so a lot of times what people would do is save the Hoons, but then leave the goat here until the end of the game, then go recruit it, and then, just do the end of the game, which made it a lot easier. Yeah, that is the Billy and Jean goat. Alright, so we're going to dismiss our dog, who's going to head to the kennel. And then we're going to recruit the waste wolf, which I think might have dipped to our kennel as well. Or did it walk back out here? Oh, there it is. Mad Joe says, thank God we saved the poor toaster. That's correct. I would have been devastated at its loss. Although I do think it's funny that you can get the toaster, like, regardless, like that achievement, but, The rest of it, not so much. Also, I want to say there's a video cassette in a safe if you save them as well. Because if you save them, I want to say there's a safe like right here that has something in it that related to an achievement, if my memory serves. Alright, and then you can explore a little bit up to the side of the house as well. Which, there's a side quest that'll take you over here. Because this is the grave of one of the Patriarch's ex-wives. But that's pretty much it. We can grab the toaster part and then go on about our business. Did they? Okay, cool. I was like, it wasn't the exit map thing wasn't working right away. I was like, I should just have to click on this. So random encounters, you can either try to avoid them, attack them, or if you have like survival and stuff, you can usually avoid most of the random encounters if you want. And here's a cache you can loot.
This is DJ RIP bringing you your daily dose of monster movie facts. Did you know? Oye amigos, es un show at the Clown Museum in Arriba. Take the tour, then visit El Big Top and learn what it really means to be a clown.
One of the criticisms I have is like right as you go into this area, they have like 3 or 4 of these radio broadcasts like back to back, and they don't give time for any of them to speak. So these little vaults right here are always very good. Sometimes it'll lead to a fight and you gotta be careful, but normally these will have like skill books and really good items in them. They're in like set locations. But that's the Clown Museum. That's the headquarters of the Payasos, which is one of the gangs, basically. Well, one of their main hangouts, I should say. And then the bazaar is right over there. Oh, we're going to leave that alone because I don't want to take that bomb to the face. And we can't go too far away because, again, the radiation, like right outside of this gate, I believe, roughly is where it starts. Yeah, there it is. Experimental scope from that vault. Nice. Random encounter here. Survival really makes just getting away from random encounters pretty easy, and as Ken's Kennel pointed out, some of the encounters can be a little rough just because it's usually either wasteland animals or something like that, and they can just throw a lot of them all at once at you, so you can kind of get overwhelmed pretty easily. But here is the bazaar. So I I kind of wanted to go for a little while longer, but I think this is where we're going to end it for today, just because I don't want to get into the bazaar, because I want to do all of the bazaar at one time for a stream, and then we'll probably do the clown museum as well tomorrow. But the bazaar is a lot of fun. It's actually one of my favorite locations in the game. There's a lot of cool stuff going on there. We have a bunch of quests we're going to need to resolve there. So we'll probably do that probably all of it tomorrow, actually. So hope you guys are looking forward to that, but I think that's where we're going to end it for today, just because I don't want to get started on that without being able to do all of it at once. So that's where we're going to leave it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It was a lot of fun. Bit of an annoying bug there with the clones, where we're just getting immediately detected. That's not how that's supposed to go down, so that's a little frustrating. But beyond that, pretty good stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Looking forward to doing this tomorrow. I really do enjoy the bazaar. That is honestly one of my favorite places. So hope you guys have an amazing day. May you wander in wisdom, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.